Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back for another Minecraft video. Just wanted to let you guys know to check out my cousin's, dang it, wrong thing, cousin's channel for FTW PC Gamer. Just, type it into YouTube search bar and press enter. Any brainless person could actually do it. And then you, just watch his videos. That's basically the whole point of it. Alright, so, first time ever I'm doing a mod review. You must be asking yourself, am I going out of my minds? I hate mods. This one doesn't require mod loader. And, I couldn't even install it myself, because my computer, as beast as it may be, I can't open up those files for some reason. So, this one, the reason I am doing this is because it basically doesn't add anything to the game, but makes your FPS give you more FPS. Oh my god. And another question you may be asking yourself, you're already running 1,000 FPS, what's the point? Well, just because it's not good enough for me. 1,000 FPS is too small of an amount, because, I never seen anything less than that. So, let's get started with this video. This video is authorized by Gravel. The vomiting texture sucks, that makes me want to cry. Please fix this. First off, you have the setting. You press your escape button, you go to options, and you click on video settings. Magical. And basically, let me just go through what settings you want to have to require the greatest amount of FPS you could possibly run on your computer. First, you want to have your graphics on fast, your smooth writing on off, your 3D anaglyph off, your GUI scale on small, your brightness on moody, even though that doesn't really affect it too much, but just put it on moody unless you need it for more brightness, or you can leave it however you want. That doesn't really do too much effect. Fog you have on off, because the fog, believe it or not, is like a color. It puts like, oh my god! If you could read it here, fog type fast is the faster. It's faster fog. You want it off because it's the fastest, because it doesn't have to. The world doesn't have to generate it. So the less things it generates, the faster your world actually runs. So if the fog's off, that's one less thing that needs to be generated. So you automatically gain FPS. Now, once you get the details, you want to click on that. And your settings should be on clouds off, trees fast, water fast, sky off, sun and moon off, depth fog off, cloud height off, grass on fast, rain and snow off, stars off, and show capes. The capes is basically, if you went to Minecon, you actually get a cape on your character. That's going to shut it off. I believe that's what it is. You could leave it on if you want. I don't really know if that's going to affect anything, because I always had it off and never seen a person with a cape, so I just leave it off. So let me explain what this to do. The clouds is obviously, as the name suggests, it's shutting off your clouds, therefore less things rendering, making your game faster. Trees, instead of having on fancy, making it at higher quality, you put it on fast, it's going to be at a lower quality. So it doesn't have to generate the fancy quality. It doesn't have to make it like high quality. It doesn't have to generate that, because high quality takes longer, so it slows down everything. And the fast trees actually have opaque leaves, and the fancy trees have transparent leaves. Like if you noticed, if you look through trees, if you put this on fancy and look through trees, you're gonna see that you can kind of see through them. While trees on fast will be opaque, because that's the fastest way to generate leaves is solid colors. So that makes it faster, and default just how it's set by graphics. I just put it on fast. Okay, water is a little bit different. Obviously, you want it on fast because all the fast is basically equal to lower quality. So lower quality generates faster. So pretty much everything's going to go on fast. Or if there's an option of off, that's even better because it won't generate it at all. So it'll make it even more faster. Now, the fast water is basically showing that it has some visual artifacts, and the fancy water has no visual artifacts. So the visual artifacts probably involve fast loading, because that's how it naturally will probably like appear in loading it. It'll load the visual and then take them out. Probably that's how the order of it process in loading. So basically, the fast one is gonna render it up to that and then stop and not make it remove it. So it's most likely making you render your game faster. Now the sky, if you don't know what that is, please go back to kindergarten. That's just sad. The sky is everything, the atmosphere above you, obviously. And the sky on makes you able to see the sky, which means more generating for your Minecraft. So that makes it slower. When the sky is off, you do not see it. Duh. And then it does not generate it because it's not there no more. If you don't know the difference between sky off and sky on, please, you need help. Sun and moon. Okay. Sun and moon, if that's off, the sun and moon obviously are not there. If it's on, the sun and moon are there, which I don't see why you would have that on if the sky is off. It just doesn't make sense. It's going to look like garbage. So you put that off and it generates less stuff. The depth fog, your fog's already off, but just put that off anyways. The cloud height. That's how high the clouds actually go. So if you have it on off, it's already default height, which is probably about the sky limit. If you put it 100, wait, default limit, I don't know. It's probably about like 100. It should be just sky limit, and then 100's obviously above the sky limit. It just 100% above it, so it's probably double the sky limit. So that doesn't really matter to you. Just put it off because the clouds are already off. Grass, it's basically the same thing as the other three. You put it on fast because it's going to be at lower quality, so you render it. So it'll render it. It won't render it to high quality. Rain and snow, just put it off. It's weathering. You know, all the weather makes you lag and everything, and you all hate that. So actually, you don't even have to worry about that. You won't lag no more. So put it off. That's the best way to get the fastest amount, the greatest amount of FPS, because you'll be at the fastest rate. Stars, sky's off. You put the stars on, it's gonna look like garbage. There's no sky. So just put that off, and also doesn't generate them. So you got faster rendering. Congratulations, we just finished details. Only about 20 more to go. Oh god. Alright, let me just go through the basics, because the only thing that's going to be on this is dynamic, off, on, and dynamic. Now, basically, water, I don't really... The ones that I have on are actually the ones you see the difference. So, automatically put those on. I'm going to explain those first. The fire animated. If you look at fire, if you... I'm not sure if you ever did this, but if you open up the terrain generated file in your Minecraft.jar, you're going to see that there's like... a red thing, I think it's like a face or something. That's the fire. If the fire animated is off, instead of it burning like this, I'll actually show you quick. Okay. Instead of it burning like this, it's gonna burn like this. And it looks like garbage. Off. It's gonna burn like this. And that just looks like garbage. It freaking actually so bright it hurts my eyes. I don't even know where I got a face out of that. Okay, and you can't break it. What? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, so put that on, please. Just put it on. Do us a favor. Okay. Redstone animated, I do not see a difference. Leave it off. That's obviously the animation. Animation is gonna make more loading. So anything possible, put it off. Except for fire. Water, put it on dynamic. Because dynamic, like, if you put dynamic equilibrium, means equal. So, just put it on dynamic because it'll equal things out. That's what I at least think it is. So, the water and lava are the only ones that should have dynamic. The rest are going to be either on and off. So, fire animated, I just show you, looks like garbage if it's off. So, put it on. Redstone, I do not see a difference. So, less stuff to generate. So, redstone animation off. Flame animated, actually, it's basically what you're on fire. So, basically, you're going to be on fire with that red stuff that also looks like garbage, so put that on. The void particles. Oh my god, if this is off, it's going to look terrible. Yeah, wait, void particles. Oh, no, okay, no, I'm sorry. Wrong one. I was thinking of portal. Void particles put off, because the particles actually make you lag up a little bit, because you have to, they're like floating and generates that. It makes you lag a little bit, so put it off. Rain splash, if you never heard of splashing before, please go in a pool. Splashing basically is when the rain hits the floor and, like, it splashes back up. That's basically, it like, splatters. That's what it basically is. And since your weather is off, just put that off. You'll not see it anyways. either way, the splash will make your game lag more. So with that off, it's going to make it faster because it's not as much to render or to like actually produce. Particles minimal. What this basically is, if you haven't known, if water is one block above a block or lava, it drips through that block. It eases just drips through the block basically at small rates. If you put that in minimal, you will basically not have any particles dripping through the blocks, and that's better because the particles dripping through the blocks is like rain, and you know rain makes you lag up, so those particles make you lag up a lot. So put that on minimal and less stuff for your Minecraft to load. Terrain animated, I don't really know what that is. I just put it off because, as you know, off is probably the best way to get your game to load rust stuff. So these two just put off. Lava dynamic, we already discussed that. Equal, it most likely is going to do it. Portal animated, put this on or your portal is just going to be a purple box. It looks a blue box. It looks like garbage. Not even kidding. I'll show you right now. It looks like a piece of garbage. Please, okay, never mind. I'll show you. This is what it is normally. This is what it is normally. I think I did that wrong already. Yeah, okay, it's good. So that's what it is normally. It looks pretty cool like that. Unless you like your portal to look like a piece of garbage like this. Unless you love it to look like that. If you like insanely in love with that color blue, you could keep it. But I think it looks garbage and I forgot they changed the loading. Well, here's the nether. Hello. Back there. Forgot to change the loading. My apologies. So yeah, that's basically what the portal looks like. When it's off, it looks like a piece of, you know, gravel. You see what I did there. So, put that on, it looks so much better. Explosions animated. I found this out shortly, but since I really don't use TNT too much, it doesn't really bug me. What that is when the explosion occurs. I guess I could show you quick. Why not blow up my world? So, where's the friggin' gravel? Oh, Mr. Gravel. Where the hell did the gravel go? Fine, you know what? Okay. So, basically what it is, watch. If you look, when it explodes, like, that's what it looks like when it explodes. Now, if you put that on, you're going to see white particles coming out of it. Like this, watch. Goodbye, gravel. Have fun. And you see that those white particles come out. And believe it or not, that actually takes speed from your game. So it makes you lag because they have to load that. It just doesn't happen magically and it's like, hey look, I just randomly popped up. I'm not wasting your computer CPU. No, it actually takes loading. And if you don't know what CPU is, that's okay. It's a central processing unit. It's like the brain of the computer. Just letting you know. So, okay. So let's continue. Smoke animated, what is that? Okay, fire. See how that's just like randomly doing that? And let's say you ever made a campfire before, right? If you ever made one, you know smoke comes out of it, correct? You should, I would hope so. So, you put the smoke on and you don't see no smoke coming out. Yes, you do. Look, if you look very closely, let's see. If you look very closely, you see like no smoke. Because I was lying to you the whole time. If you haven't noticed, I was just lying to you. You obviously know fire doesn't have smoke coming out of it. It's obviously the torch. It's like, what the frig? Okay, you friggin' Minecraft fix it. See, I just screwed up on this. Why can't I do this right? Is there like a torch animation I screwed up here? Okay, well, you know what? Just put it off. I don't know what smokes. Apparently fire and torches do not smoke in this game. Weird. Usually it does. Okay. Anyways, let's just move on with the tutorial. Alright, so, water particles. If you're riding a boat, water particles shoot out the back of your boat. like a propeller in the back of your boat. If you have a real one, the water particles shoot out. Well, those water particles, I believe, will get limited if you do that, so they will not be there. So put the and you splash like. Oh, I guess I'm not sure if the chickens actually flap their wings in the water and make them splash, but I'm pretty sure the boat is one of them that the water particles won't come. Void particles. Okay, I totally screwed up. Void particles is when you fall into the void. It will not be there. I forgot. I don't really. You don't really need to know that. You don't really fall into the void unless you're in creative. Particle particles is the stuff that comes out of the portal. Obviously, that's gonna make you lag because it has to load that. Dripping water and lava is basically this. If this is off, that doesn't even matter. Items animated, I have no idea what that is. I just shut them off. So just leave it off. I really don't know what that does. Okay. Your render distance, tiny, is the best. Even with this, with the fog off, it actually looks pretty good. If you see, it goes to extreme, but extreme doesn't really work. So far, if you see, like, it goes, that's far. It has different rates, and you can see it's pretty far. I'll show you like the differences. Like from tiny, I get about that much FPS because I am recording. That's why I got that much FPS. And then if I keep going until let's say it's about extreme, just gonna lag you up. It's not even much difference. Like watch, I actually have 23 FPS. That's a shocker. All right. And if you go to far, I don't think they fixed extreme. It's basically the same thing as far, except it makes you lag. And why am I lagging? Okay. This is weird. Okay. My computer is spazzing out. Weird. Okay. Okay, everything but the Minecraft's working. Yeah. Way to demonstrate. Welcome back. I actually fixed my Minecraft. Okay, so as we left off, on far I get about 30 FPS, as you could see. Extreme and far are about the same thing, and my Minecraft is lagging again. Okay, actually I'm still on extreme. That might explain. Okay, let's restart. I get about 100-ish fluctuates, 200 fluctuates, you know. Alright, and then normal about I get let's see, 375 and 300s, 400s, and then and tiny you get about that much. It fluctuates. I just logged into the game and I'm recording, so it's not actually accurate, but you see the FPS differences. It's not accurate because the recording actually takes up a lot of problems. Performance. Anything else besides max FPS is garbage. Your max FPS is gonna focus all your CPU onto your computer, the CPU and how to explain this? Okay, your computer when you have it on max FPS is gonna be like focused on the Minecraft basically. What I mean, like let's say like the thing that's open, like the Minecraft's open, it's gonna focus all the FPS possible onto the game. So as much as you can get. That's why it's max FPS that your computer make. So like your CPU is like focusing onto this. All your computer speed is focusing onto Minecraft when you're at max FPS. If you're on balanced, it's gonna like balance it out. Like it's like your computer's gonna focus like some of its power, like half of its power onto this and half of its power onto other stuff that's running on your computer. While power saver, that's just gonna not gonna help out your Minecraft. It's probably gonna help out your electric bill, which you probably don't even pay if you're like if you don't own your own house. So that so if you're gonna be a nice person and save your parents money on your electric bill, then you could put power saver on and suffer with a limit of 40 FPS, which is garbage. So power saver, the least power of the least amount of computer speed is probably going to be put onto Minecraft and because it's power saving, so the less electric your computer used, the more power is saved. So it's going to probably be the slowest. It's going to be the slowest because you won't have enough. Your computer won't have enough energy to actually make this run fast. VSync, it's kind of a little bit better than Power Saver. That's all I can really explain that. So, max FPS, all computer speed focused onto this game. Well, most likely, they try to focus it. View bobbing, that makes your character bob. I don't like it. If you like it, you can put that on. But I leave it off. I think any little thing that takes less generation makes your thing faster, so I just leave it off. OpenGL, its visible geometry is rendered. So only the things that are it's saying all the things that are visible, that are already visible, will be rendered. If it's not visible, it's not rendering. That's basically what it is. So, like, if you see off, all geometry is rendered. So if the thing's off, and even if it's not visible, it's getting rendered. Fancy, it's basically fast, except it's gonna, after it loads the visible geometry, it's gonna make it fancier, like higher quality. That's what basically it's gonna do. So I put it on fast because that's the fastest. It views anything visible, no problems. Chunk loading, multi-core. It has 3 times faster world loading. So obviously 3 times faster world loading, 3 times more FPS, except on my computer. Yeah, it just gets it enough. Default unstable FPS, like I'm loading chunks. That's basically saying your FPS will fluctuate a lot. It may be low. Smooth, stable FPS. It's going to stay in a good range of area. It's not going to fluctuate too much from high numbers to low numbers. It's going to stay in a good grouping of numbers. And that's basically multi-core too. You're just going to get more of that FPS. So multi-core is your best option here. Fog start, your fog's off, doesn't really matter. But the closer the fog is to the player, the better the rendering. But it says do not affect performance. So if you think about it, the closer stuff is to you, the better it's rendered. So if the fog's closer, it's rendering it better already. If it's farther, it's going to take a while to render it because it's already far away from your visual. Okay, we're on quality. Everything's off or on fast or on if that's an option. Like, yeah. Use natural textures. That's basically saying, like, let's see. Let me see. Okay. If you get a piece of glass like this, you could see you have this grid-like pattern around it. Now, if you keep it off, that grid-like pattern is not going to disappear. If it's on, it's going to look like the blocks joined together. Like so. So it looks like it's one block. It actually looks a lot more realistic, I think. So I like that on. It's your preference, however you want it. Does not affect speed. I just think it looks really cool with natural textures because it looks more realistic. Everything's off because better grass. If you get better grass, it's gonna obviously be slower because you gotta load it better. It's gonna try to load it in higher quality. So if it's off, it's just gonna load it regular and it's gonna be good. So all this is off because all this is trying to get higher quality stuff or adding more stuff, slowing down your game rate, your frame rate. So put it off and you'll just generate normal. Connected textures, it joins the texture of glass, sandstone, bookshelves when placed next to each other. Connected, yeah, so like it's basically that. That's basically what it is. You know, it doesn't work for this dude because, you know, kind of already has it. Already looks bad. He looks bad enough. There's no hope in fixing the gravel. Okay, that's basically it with that. Okay, performance. Okay, smooth FPS. This basically focuses on stabilization, fluctuation. If it's on off, you're having no stabilization. Your FPS could fluctuate. Let's go with my computer from 800, could go down to 400, and then back to 700. However, I like it on off because if FPS stabilization, let's say it goes from 800 to 400 and then back to 700, your FPS is going to be stabilized at probably about like 600. That's where it's going to stay stabilized. So you actually get less FPS. Even though it may fluctuate after playing a game for long periods of time, it's going to stay at the higher FPS. So stabilization of off is what I prefer. But your preference is your preference for this because it does not matter. It does not affect performance. It's how you like it. Load far. One second. Okay. Thinking about this one, I might have to change this one. More chunks loaded to the render distance. World chunks loaded distance far runs faster rendering distance switching. Okay, even though that says world chunks loaded at distance far allows faster render distance switching, it's loading the chunks at far beyond your render that you're already at. It's actually slowing you down because it's trying to render block even more blocks than it already is at your render distance. So even though it says faster render, it's actually slowing you down because if tiny is the fastest, far is like the slowest, far is loading more chunks. So if it's loading the chunks at the distance far, it's still loading more chunks even though you're at the distance of tiny. If it render distance of tiny, so that's going to slow you down. So keep it off. It's only going to load the chunks up to your render distance, which I think for tiny is about 32 blocks. So about 2 chunks it's going to load because chunks are 16 by 16. So it loads 2 chunks and that's it until you keep walking and then it keeps loading. Smooth world, okay, we did make one. Okay, removes lag spikes from internal server. Keep that like at off. It's basically the same thing as this one except for internal servers. Preloaded chunks. Okay. The closer chunks are loaded to, the fewer it is. So at off, it's after 5 meters, new chunks will be loaded. So basically, 5 meters of chunks, which is about 5 blocks, is loaded. So every 5 meters, 5 meters of blocks are being loaded. The reason that it's not at 8 is because it's going to try to load 128 meters of blocks, which is actually going to slow you down. Even though it doesn't say it here, it's going to slow you down because it's loading 128 meters of blocks. Even though you're going to be good for more time, you keep walking, after 128, it's going to get really laggy because it has to load another 128 meters of blocks. So, at off, 5 meters of blocks, it's loading really few blocks, which means that the generation is going to be faster for you because it's loading few amounts of blocks. Dynamic updates. The standard chunk is going to be loaded. Okay. What this does is when you're standing still, more chunks will load. So yeah, it's going to load it faster, but it's only going to load it faster when you're standing still. So you could just leave it off. It's still going to load even though you're walking. It's just that when you're standing still, it's loading faster, but who really stands still unless you're doing something totally different? So, alright, now other. Lagometer. If you notice when you press F3, wait, what? Well, just put it off. When you press F3, you have like those lines coming up. That's how much you're lagging, and the lowest possible is the best. Now, to get even more FPS from that, because the lagometer actually, believe it or not, takes away FPS, you shut it off. You put that on off, the lagometer does not peer up. The FPS does in the corner, which allows the actual thing to load faster. The actual screen when you press F3 to load faster because there's no lagometer, and the lagometer will actually make it slow down because you have the constant moving upwards of those lines that actually slows down your computer, your Minecraft. Weather, off obviously because weather slows you down, so when it's off it's not slowing you down. Full screen, you put it on, it's going to make the Minecraft full screen, which actually does not really look too good on my computer because it's really big and actually after a while it hurts your eyes. Server textures. Texture pack, I believe this is like the texture pack, so the server has a preset texture pack. It's off. You won't start with the world with that texture pack. You'll have the regular one you have. I believe that's what it is. That's actually pretty good. Just put it off. So you'll just keep your texture pack. Debug profile. Debug profile collects and shows debug information when debug screen is open. I put this on off. It's basically when you're opening F3, it's just going to slow it down because it's more things to load. So just put it off. It's faster. Time default. In creative mode, if you want day only, you just put day only. It's going to be day only. If you put night only, it's only going to be night. default, it's going to go through the regular 20-minute cycle of day and night. So, however you want it, I'll leave it in default. I really don't care. Full screen mode. This is going to be different for everyone. I have 1920 by 1080. That's my screen dimensions. That obviously it's not in inches, smarty. It's just how it is. I don't really know how it measured, but that's what it is. It's different for everyone. It's usually the last biggest one is the full screen of your dimension, your whole entire screen dimension. The other numbers are smaller versions of it, but the biggest number there possible is your screen dimension fully. Autosave. If you like the lag spike of death, then put it on 2 seconds. No one likes lag spike of death, so put it on 30 minutes. And then your autosave will occur every 30 minutes, allowing the lag spike only to occur every 30 minutes. So that's basically it. You keep it on 30, less lag. I really don't get a lag spike. I don't know what it's really talking about. But that's pretty much everything in this mod, except you get a couple new controls. My favorite, the zoom button, because I get to zoom in on things. What the hell? Did I forget to... Did I just... No. Okay, then I guess if you stay in that too long, the night cycle still goes, but it doesn't change in your background. That's what I think happens. So let's say your block's over there. If you press the left control button, not the right, you could zoom in. I think it's pretty epic. If you saw my other videos, the Better Together ones, I zoomed in on my cousin. I was just like, you could do this, and I was zooming in on him. I love the zoom in button. I think it's so beast. Like, look, you can just, I think it's awesome. You just do whatever you want. That's basically what else it adds. For this mod, I love this mod. It's awesome. It gives you more FPS. I prefer everyone to get this. It's a simple mod, no mod loader needed, which is great because if some people have problems with mod loader, you actually don't need mod loader for this, which is perfect. So, if there was a rating on a scale of 1 to 10 for utility mods such as FPS increasing, I would have to give this a 10 because it does increase your FPS. You do notice a difference. I usually get 1,000 FPS without this. With this, I get close to 2,000. It really gives you a lot of FPS. They did a pretty good job on this. They added an extra feature, like, yeah, mostly it's utility to give you better FPS, but they added a fun feature of the control. I think it's a really good mod. Everyone should get it. It's simple installation. All you do is you just put it into your Minecraft.jar. You delete meta-inf, and that's it. Your mod's up and running. You put it to those settings I showed you. Feel free to pause the video if I was talking too fast. And basically, this is all the mod offers. So, recommended to get this. You always use it. Never have a problem with it. As long as your settings are at the right thing, this will make your game a lot faster than normal. So, I would like to thank you guys for watching this video. Means a lot if you leave a like, a comment. Just want to know how you guys think of my videos. Hope I'm not really too much of boring. I would like you guys to give me some video suggestions because your needs of how to build stuff or whatever are important to me because I want to help you guys do better with Minecraft buildings. You guys are important. You guys are pretty important to me. You guys are what makes my channel grow. So if you have any time, if you could suggest my channel to your friends or whatever, that would be perfect. I could use more viewers, more subscribers, and sooner you know it, I'll actually be able to post more videos because I have a scheduled uploader, which allows me to, I can make more videos and schedulely upload them. So I'll try to make more videos in the future. As if I didn't mention, the reason I haven't been making them is because I've been going on vacation a little bit on the weekends, and then I have school. You know, school gives you homework and everything. You don't finish it sometimes. I have sports, which kind of ended for the winter, so I may be able to make some more videos. So you could expect some more videos from me, especially on the weekends, especially this weekend because I'm actually home this weekend. So you'll expect videos from me most likely. Please give me video suggestions. I am like lost without any of them. Please do so. Leave a comment. I must have said this already. Leave a rating. Subscribe. Favorites help a lot. And all comments are accepted. Bad, negative. I always try to improve to make my viewers happy. fans are important. So fans are important to all YouTubers. They're what makes them want to make YouTube videos. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, I just can't stand this. Every video that just insult this thing. It's frigging like disgusting. It like ugh, looks like a frigging zombie just like vomited up. Kind of actually makes sense. Looks like dead flesh. So the zombie did vomit it up. It's perfect. Perfect, actually. Just perfect. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Till next time, keep watching my videos. Check out my cousin's channel, FTW PC Gamer. Great videos. Check out all of them. Trying to add custom thumbnails. So for now, keep watching videos. Keep checking out YouTube. Until next time, see you all later. Yo, zombie, what did you just... Ew, you're disgusting. You frigging dirty animal. Clean up your frigging mess. Don't leave me here to clean it up.